Alien testimonies. And I used to think they were friendly. Testimony of Lindsay. Hello. May God be with us always. My name is Lindsay, and I have had some experiences that may interest you greatly. I will try to be as brief as possible. This is the skinny. It began 5 years ago with strange things happening in my house. I had presently been involved with tarot on a high level and always could predict the events for people. I look back on that time in my life with sadness. Anyway, the point is I didn't believe in anything really. Flashlights would fall off the table. My dog would growl at nothing. I had bad dreams. Things were scary. Then one night it all came down on me. I awoke in bed without being able to move at all. Not even an eyebrow. Something was in my room with me. It disguised itself to my sleeping mind. I still don't know how I could see it without my eyes open that it was a little girl. I was so scared because I was paralyzed, but when I realized a little girl was in my room, I relaxed for some reason. Then it began to come towards me, which made me a little nervous. At the very last moment, I heard the faintest plea in my mind. It just wants you to think it's a little girl. And right then the thing jumped at my chest, but not before I screamed in my mind, Jesus help me, God help me. And the thing was thrown back in utterly agonizing pain, and the sound it made was as close to hell as any human ears could ever hear, I am sure. So I found some very devoted Christians, and I still didn't believe it was a demon, but Jesus led me to their arms. They explained to me, and I was so terrified, but I began to believe. I asked Jesus into my life and my heart, and only then did my terror subside. In fact, I felt better than ever. Thought possible. My faith had arrived. Now the part that must interest you. I was devoted to God for only about 3 months. After that, I began to question. Maybe I was just dreaming. How could I know? I forgot the bliss Jesus brought me upon entrance into my life. I forgot all the important things. I began to see lights in the sky. I began to read books that supported the ideas of aliens being messengers of God and such. I began to believe them. After all, these books would literally show up in my life at the most bizarre times, and it was also synchronistic. When I would see the lights in the sky, they seemed to be directly responding to my spiritual thoughts, and this too was synchronistic. I began to believe that I was special, and that I would be a messenger for God, and that the whole paralyzation night was a pre-test, if you will, to test my mettle. Only today, this very day, did I realize how wrong I have been. I don't even know how it happened, but I am so grateful it did. I was surfing the internet and I saw something about could aliens be demons? And I scoffed, and then I read it, and it made all too much sense. I cried, and I have been talking to God, not lights in the sky, all night long. I love him even more, if that's possible, because he so loves me, and now I know the meaning of forgiveness. I am a testament to how deceptive and tricky they are. They will not stop until, as it was aptly put in one of the articles I read today, the sheep are separated from the goats. And being a sheep is the only way to stop them. One example of just how tricky they get. I don't even understand how, but one night I was walking and I saw the lights, as I almost always did, and something happened that made me run all the way home thinking fervently over and over, remember this. They are not your friends. Remember this. But by the next morning, I could not even remember why I had thought this. I believe they erased my memory somehow, and I went on to believe that they were indeed my friends once again. I look back and shiver. I still can't remember what made me run home. I thank God I no longer believe that they are benevolent. I thank Jesus that I can once again share in his love. I hope this story will help someone out there to not have to experience what I have. Thank you for your time, and love and peace, Lindsay.